Are you a side hustler that wants nothing more than to turn your side hustle into your successful career? If so, this video is for you. Now, I know this topic so well because I, too, once was a side hustler. I left a very fat cat corporate career to start my own business. Now, it did take me 3 years to do that transition. Now, two of the reasons why it took me 3 years to do that is because, one, I had a very beautiful corporate salary that I wanted to replace. And then number two, I was in corporate America for 30 years. And so I wanted to make sure that all the things I learned from corporate America, I put into my own company. And that took a while to build that very solid foundation. But I'm going to tell you, I feel really good because I was able to step out of corporate America into a solid foundation of my own career. Now, I do want to tell you, I am in the service-based business. Not that what I share with you on this channel, it's going to help anyone who has a side hustle, but I do want to tell you I'm in the service-based business because I'm a coach as well as a hypnotherapist. And I see clients one-on-one, but I also sell classes and workshops, and I also have some online products as well. So I kind of touch a few different things here. So, and my name is Connie Holmes, if we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet. And in addition to this YouTube channel, so please make sure that you subscribe because the value that you're going to get out of this video, I am going to come out with these weekly so that you're going to always be learning and growing along with me. But in addition to that, check out the description box because I also am providing once a month a free mastermind. Each month, we're going to have a different topic all about turning your side hustle into your successful career. And it is free. So check out the description box to learn more from there and to sign yourself up to be part of that community as well. So today's topic is very intentional with the timing. So I'm leaving this video in November of 2025. Now, this is the time of year to really do your close up from the year and then your focus into the next year. Now, it's really important, no matter where you are with your business, to have this foundation created for yourself because everything that I'm going to share here, these are points of measurement because it's important to know what are you tracking in your business and then actually track it so you can see what is getting you traction in your business versus what might be just a distraction for you. Okay, so some people, you may already have a CRM system. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management System. If you have one, I would hope that your CRM is going to measure everything I'm going to share here. But if you do not have a CRM, do not worry about it because I didn't have one for years either. I finally just got one here last year, to be very honest. But anyways, I used an Excel spreadsheet. And so some things that you can track in your business is always find out, how did that client or that customer find you? One, you need to have a Google business page. So you want to know what percentage of your clients are coming in through your Google business page. If you run ads, how many people are coming in through your ads? Are you very active on social media? And do you have a really clear CTA, call to action, and people are coming in through social media? And if you're on many different platforms on social media, which one are they coming through? Is it Facebook, TikTok? What is it? And then the other thing is, are you networking? Are you collaborating? Do you have a referral program? All these different things. You want to know, how did this person find you? Because let's say you're spending hours on social media, but you don't have a single client coming in that way. Well, that's going to tell you a couple of things. One, do you want to waste your time in that regard, doing all this stuff in social media if you're not getting anyone coming that way? Or do you need to do something different with your social media? Like maybe you don't have a very clear call to action, and that's why people are watching your content, but they're not converting. So this is why tracking your numbers is so vitally important. If you are somebody who you're running ads, but you're getting 2% of your clients or customers from ads, is that worth it for you? But you're not going to know these things unless you track it. Okay. So your spreadsheet or your CRM, is you're keeping track of how did this person find you. For me, I'm keeping track of the date that I see clients. Now, in my world, I see clients for multiple sessions, sometimes 2 sessions, maybe upwards of 8 sessions. And so even though I'm seeing them, I still track every single time that I see them. And the reason why I do that is because in my world, I want to know on average, how many clients am I seeing a week? And I also want to see, are there some patterns as far as times when I might be a little slower and times that I might be busier? Because when I look at 2026, if I want to take some time off, I would probably go back and look at the times that I was slower in my business and take the time off at that time, right? Or if I am very consistently busier every single year at a certain week or a month or something like that, I might want to do things a little differently to build myself up, to really prepare myself well for that. But again, unless we track these things, we simply don't know them. So how the client found you, the date that you worked with them or you sold them a product or whatever. For me, I obviously keep track of their name. I want to know, did they come into a workshop? Are they a one-on-one client? If they were, was it coaching? Was it hypnosis? What was it for? Those types of things. If they were somebody who was referred to me, I want to know who referred them so that I can reach out to that referrer and thank them for that. So these are the things that are really essential, because I always talk about in the world of a pie chart, because at the end of the year for me, I want to do that pie chart, my pie chart of how did these people find me. At one time in my life, I was very active in Meetup. And this is a true story. So at one time, I was getting 26% of my clients from Meetup. Honest to goodness, that's a lot. But then over the years, my 26% on one year, the next year it dropped down to 14. And then the third year, I think it was like 6 or 9%, something like that. Well, every year I was seeing that it was declining, yet I was still doing the same thing. I just think that platform was starting to wane a little bit, because when I started, it was around COVID. And so everybody was on Zoom. And so as, COVID days kind of started to disappear, thank God, then Meetup wasn't as popular, or at least for my niche anyway. So once it started to get into the single digits, I was like, do I really need to be doing this anymore? But I would not have known that had I not been tracking it. So, and then the other thing that I like to do is I like to just find out, and not that it matters, but it's kind of a point of curiosity. In my world, what's the average number of sessions that I saw a client for? What's my ratio of male to female? Out of all the different services, because hypnosis and coaching can touch on a lot of different things, I want to know. I'll use hypnosis for a moment. Like, how many of my clients were anxiety relief? How many were smoking cessation? How many were weight loss? How many were building confidence? I love to see that in a pie chart, because then that really can start to tell me something as well. Because if I find that I really enjoy people with smoking cessation, but I'm not seeing that many, well, maybe I want to do something different to really promote that even more. But again, we don't know these things unless we measure them. So those are a couple things that I wanted to share with you. The other thing, I always encourage my students, because I'm a mentor, but I'm also trained to train others in hypnosis. And so I always work with my students, and I suggest that on December 31st, put a note in your calendar right now to just go out onto your information and record how many people do you have as email subscribers, how many like Facebook followers do you have, how many connections on LinkedIn, just those different types of things, so that how many customers did you have last year, how many clients, different things like that. But write down those numbers on 12/31 so that the following year, you can compare those numbers side by side, because that too is such a great way to see your growth. If you right now have an email subscriber list of 800 people, isn't that great to look next year and say, wow, I now have 3,000 people? That's a massive point of measurement. And these are things that people overlook and they don't think about. And so I'm going to leave this video at this right now. I really just, again, because it's the time of year. It's the time of year to close out the year and to start preparing for next year. So, in conclusion, if you are not already tracking your numbers, do so, and you know your industry, so just you'll have a really good idea of what to track, and hopefully some of the things I've shared here are giving you some ideas as well. And also right now, mark your calendar for 12/31, set a 5-minute date with yourself to go out and find your different points of measurement. Write those down on a postcard or whatever it might be. Tape it somewhere, where you, like mine is right over here. I've got a cork board right here. And then leave it hang there all year. And then, 1 year later, go and look at those numbers again. And you are going to be so surprised and interested to see, wow, look at how much I've grown, how much I've changed, that type of thing. But also look at your numbers periodically, maybe quarterly. With my Excel spreadsheet that I had quarterly or so, I would go out there and I would just do a really quick calculation just to see where I'm at with things, so that if I needed to pivot mid-year or something like that, I could definitely do that. Because again, we want to make sure that what we're doing as small business owners, that everything we're doing is moving us in the right direction. And we don't know that unless we are recording and tracking that. So I hope you found this helpful and timely. But again, please look in the description box below, because I do have my free monthly Zoom where we're going to meet and we're going to talk about everything side hustle to successful career. Every month we are going to have a different topic, okay? So the topic for December, which is Tuesday, December 2nd from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time, the topic for that one is your alignment calendar. An alignment calendar is a way for you to know that today I'm going to do this, but in doing this, it's going to feed up to this and this and this. And it can be really, really helpful. It allows you to be very efficient in the work that you do, as well as very streamlined, focused and intentional. It allows you, if you have felt like you're spinning wheels and you're trying this and doing all these things, it allows you to stay focused and centered and very streamlined. All right. So if this was helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this with another person who is wanting to turn their passion into a paycheck, but also definitely subscribe for more videos here, but also join this community, which is called Side Hustle to Successful Career. The link is in the description box. All right. Take care.